I have a huge problem, my friends. I do not have enough hot sauce in the house. Do you have that same problem? I am here to help. Let's make hot sauce. How about Mango-Habanero hot sauce, Caribbean style? Oh yeah, let's do it. All right, guys, let's make some hot sauce. This is habanero and mango, a very classic combination. A little sweet, a little heat, lots of great flavor. And I do want to say there's really kind of two ways that I personally approach making hot sauce. The first one is where I measure everything very precisely so that I know exactly what I'm gonna get. And I usually do that if it's a recipe I've made before and I want it the exact same way as last time. Or if I'm gonna batch up and make, a very large batch, maybe for sale or something like that. But the other way is to be a little less precise in your measurements. They don't really measure as much. That's really when you're just playing with flavors, and that's kind of what we're doing here. So for this particular recipe, I'm starting with, it's 5 habaneros, and habaneros can vary in size. I'm just gonna do a rough chop habanero. And if you want this to be a little bit milder, you can core out the innards of the habaneros. That's gonna be a little bit less hot, but we like heat around here, heat and fruitiness, so I'm gonna leave them in. So it's 5 habaneros. And I have 1 mango, and of course a mango can vary in size as well. So this is, I don't know, it's a little over a cup and a half maybe, of a mango chopped. Rough chopped is totally fine since it's going into your blender. But if your blender isn't as awesome as my awesome Vitamix, do more of a dice, smaller chop. And I have a good sized onion, a medium sized white onion, rough chopped. And gorgeous garlic, little rough chop. I got 4 good size, actually some larger cloves, but you can definitely add more. I don't do too much garlic in here because I don't want to overwhelm, but garlic is always welcome. And I have a half a cup of apple cider vinegar. I like the slight tangy fruitiness of the apple cider. And I have a 1/4 cup of water. That's just gonna thin out our sauce a bit. And 2 tablespoons of honey. It's gonna complement the heat and some of these other bold flavors. And I have 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, my added spices, a ½ teaspoon of allspice. These are great Caribbean flavors. And a 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground cumin. I like to lightly toast the cumin seeds and then grind them before use, much better. And salt to taste. I have about 3/4 of a teaspoon here. And now we're gonna go ahead and blend it up. All right, look at that, look at that. Oh man, very much like a puree. So I can swirl it in here. Oh, the fumes, man. You gotta watch it. So if you can see how thick this is actually, it's definitely pretty thick, and we can thin it out right now with a little bit of extra water if we want to get it to the consistency that you want. Or we can strain it if we want to loosen it up a little bit, get rid of some extra pulp. But I'm gonna keep it as it is. I'm just gonna add a little bit more water, and I'm gonna thin it out for myself. I already got about a 1/4 cup more water. And you can do this as much as you want, or even add more vinegar. You wanna have enough acidity so that it'll have flavor and it'll last longer. All right, it's looking good. All right, now we're gonna simmer the sauce to develop the flavors. I've got a pan set here. I'm gonna heat it up to a medium. We really just wanna simmer it to develop flavor, so go ahead and pour it into a saucepan. I normally would use a little saucepan or like my little pot for this, but I'm using my wider pan so you can see it better. You don't want to waste no sauce. Look at that, man, there's a lot in there still. Oh yeah. All right, so I'm gonna simmer this for about 10 minutes or so until the flavors develop to my personal preference. You can go a little longer if you want to, or a little less, but it's really up to you. Just watch out for scary habaneros. All right, guys, I've had this simmering for a little bit over 10 minutes. Gonna remove it from heat, and then we'll let it cool for a bit. Okay, so I moved this over to a measuring cup so that you can see it's made about 2½ cups at this stage. And you can also see kind of the overall thickness of it. It's still pretty loose, but it has thickness to it. It's still fairly runny, and you can see kind of, it's very pourable, but that's because it's still warm. When it cools, it'll solidify just a little bit more, especially when it's in the refrigerator. and it'll be a little bit thicker. So at this stage, if you wanted to, you can still add liquids to it, add a little water and or vinegar, or possibly even citrus, like lime juice or lemon juice, to pop up some more acidity that way. To loosen it up overall, get the flavor to where you want it and the exact consistency that you prefer. And the other thing that you can do is strain it. If you run it through a strainer and remove some of that pulp, it'll thin out, but you can save that pulp. I like to dehydrate it and turn it into a really nice seasoning blend, but you can freeze it too. All right, the hot sauce is basically cool enough to handle for us to go ahead and bottle it. I did add just a little bit more of the vinegar to it to just kind of bring up some of the flavor and to loosen it up just a little bit. But again, that's something you can totally adjust to your personal taste. And let's see how many bottles we get. Still got about a little over 2 cups, 2.5 maybe. Caribbean style mango habanero hot sauce, my friends. You can see I was able to fill about 3 woozy bottles of hot sauce, so it should last a little bit. Let's talk about 3 things. Number 1 is storage. Now you could process this in a water bath and make it, keep it on the shelf for a long time until you open it. For me personally, this is not gonna last all that long, so I'm not gonna bother. I didn't measure the pH. I usually shoot for around 3.5 for home keeping and all that, but if you want it to last a month or so, it's not that big of a deal. But this really should be kept in the refrigerator because it has fruit in it. If there's enough acidity, it would likely be fine sitting on a shelf somewhere. But it's really better in the fridge because stuff with fruit is more likely to go bad faster. Number 2, let's talk about usage. So I love these types of Caribbean style hot sauces with a little bit of fruit in it. I love them very much for just spicing up real simple meals. Like you can throw chicken on a grill. You can even use this as a little bit of a marinade, grill your chicken, finish it off at the end, and boom, you got something real simple. Great with shrimp. It's really great with any seafood as well. So any grilled fish, grilled shrimp, scallops. I mean, I just absolutely love it. It's also great on tacos, especially something like fish tacos or shrimp tacos. That's where this kind of a sauce is gonna really shine. Or any fried foods really as well. But I'd love to hear what your favorite ways to use it are. And number 3, let's give it a taste. I love it. It's got that little back heat to it, which is nice. The mango is flavor forward, but also all those Caribbean spices that really brings it together. And it definitely gives you sort of that Caribbean flair that I just love with so many dishes. So, hey, this tastes great right now, but it'll taste even better when you put it in the refrigerator and let it meld all those flavors overnight. That's it, my friends. Caribbean style mango habanero hot sauce. I would really love to hear what you think in the comments below. And if you're looking for some other awesome recipes, boom and boom. All right, I hope to see you in the kitchen next time. Mike from Chili Pepper Madness. Bye.